Ever wondered what the main differences between INTJ and ENTJ are? Well, you're about to find out. Both INTJ, the architect, and ENTJ, the commander, fall under what's called the analysts group. They're both rational and objective, with a knack for seeing things from a unique perspective. But despite these similarities, they are also distinct in their own ways. Now, it's important to note that the MBTI isn't a definitive measure of one's personality. It's more like a compass, guiding us towards a better understanding of ourselves and others. It's a tool to help us navigate the complex world of human interaction and personal growth. But enough of the overview, it's time to delve into the nitty-gritty. Now, let's dive deeper into the first difference that sets these two personality types apart. First off, the most noticeable difference lies in their energy orientation. For INTJs, the I stands for introverted. They are the kind of individuals who recharge their batteries in solitude, preferring to delve into their inner world of ideas and reflections. On the flip side, ENTJs, represented by the E for extroverted, draw their energy from the external world. They thrive on interactions, engaging in lively discussions and being in the company of others. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't about being outgoing or shy. It's about where you draw your energy from, where you turn when you need to recharge. An introvert isn't necessarily a hermit, just like an extrovert isn't always the life of the party. It's a spectrum, not a box. As we move on to the second difference, you'll see how this energy orientation impacts their decision-making. How does an INTJ's introversion contrast with an ENTJ's extroversion when making decisions? Well, let's dive into that. INTJs, being introverted, usually prefer to take their time when making decisions. They digest information quietly and internally, mulling over every detail before coming to a conclusion. They're like detectives, piecing together a puzzle in their mind's eye until they have a clear picture of the situation. On the other hand, ENTJs love to think out loud. They're the kind of people who bounce ideas off others, seeking diverse perspectives to enrich their understanding. It's a collaborative process for them, where conversation and debate are key tools in decision-making. They're like captains of a ship, gathering inputs from their crew before steering the course. These contrasting styles show how our introverted INTJs and extroverted ENTJs approach decisions differently, reflecting their unique personality traits. This decision-making process leads us to our third difference, their approach to planning. How does a personality's approach to planning differ between an INTJ and an ENTJ? This is a question that often stirs intrigue. When it comes to planning, ENTJs tend to be more proactive. They are action-oriented individuals who dive headfirst into executing plans. They thrive on momentum and are often seen crafting strategies on the go. They believe in the power of now and that tomorrow's success is built on today's actions. On the other hand, INTJs are more reflective and strategic. They prefer to take a step back, analyze the situation from various angles, and consider multiple scenarios before making a move. They believe in the power of foresight and careful planning. Their approach is more about crafting a well-thought-out plan and then executing it meticulously. While this may seem slower, it often results in fewer mistakes and surprises along the way. Now that we've covered planning, let's explore the final difference, their coping mechanism under stress. We all react differently under stress, but how do INTJs and ENTJs cope? INTJs, being introverted, often seek solitude to recharge. They may delve into their inner world, tackling problems logically and at their own pace. On the flip side, ENTJs, as extroverts, tend to reach out to others for support or distraction. They draw strength from social interaction, seeking to solve issues collaboratively. With that, we've covered the 5 main differences between an INTJ and an ENTJ. To wrap things up, let's summarize the key differences between an INTJ and an ENTJ. Firstly, they differ in energy orientation, with INTJs being introverted and ENTJs extroverted. Secondly, their decision-making processes contrast, with INTJs being more intuitive and ENTJs relying more on thinking. Thirdly, their planning approach differs, as does their fourth point of difference, their unique coping mechanisms under stress. Whether you're an INTJ, an ENTJ, or somewhere in between, understanding these differences can help us appreciate the diverse ways in which we think, plan, and react.